I talked to a fireman once. He goes, dude, one day, he goes, it's just going to be the right wind and fire's going to start in the right place and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean and there's not a thing we can do about it. I go, really? He goes, yeah, we just get lucky.
I'm sorry. Just, one day you're swimming in the pool and the next day it's all gone.
Gosh, I was in Austin. I was doing the Rogan podcast, and I was kind of ill at ease while we were talking because I knew my neighborhood was on fire. So I thought, I wonder if my place is still there.
As unimaginable, real-life drama and devastation play out across
Paris Hilton's Malibu mansion burned to the ground, and so did the homes of actors Billy Crystal.
From Hollywood Hills to homeless shelters, this is how celebrities lost everything overnight. These celebrities had it all until the wildfires came for them. You won't believe which celebs lost it all in the LA wildfires. The celebs involved will shock you. So without wasting time, let's dive in. So the bombshell is that the very homes and castles of some powerful Hollywood profiles have become ashes in just a day. What's worse, more than 177,000 acres have been burned down as of present, and firefighters have no chance in hell of getting the fires under control. Also, the fire which broke out late hours of the morning near Piedra Morada Drive and quickly grew had residents fleeing down Sunset Boulevard, and many calling family members still trapped in traffic. Milo Ventimiglia choked back tears while visiting the remains of his Malibu home. The This Is Us actor described the property as toast as he processed the damage during an interview with CBS News.
What's it like to then stand here?
Heavy. You start thinking about, man, hits you so quick. You start thinking about all the memories in the different parts of the house and whatnot, and then you see your neighbors' houses and everything kind of around, and your heart just breaks.
Well, Milo and his pregnant wife, Jara Mariano, evacuated their house as the flames rapidly spread through their neighborhood. When you love something or even someone, you gotta stand and watch the last moments. That was exactly what Milo and his wife did when they watched their house burn to the ground through the security camera.
And then at a certain point, we just turned it off. It's like, what good is it to continue watching? We kind of accepted the loss.
The 47-year-old actor also said, I think there's a kind of shock moment where you're going, oh, this is real. This is happening. Anyway, Milo and his wife, who are due to give birth any day, grabbed everything they could think of while evacuating. Sadly, they still lost a lot, including their baby's crib. Nice to say, Milo is glad to have good friends and good people to work with, and he believes they'll make do with whatever they have left. But here's another shocker and a surprising parallel to Milo's life. His character, Jack Pearson, in This Is Us, was the partner of Mandy Moore's character, Rebecca Pearson. Jack and Rebecca, a married couple with 3 children, also lost their home in a fire on the hit television show. Mandy Moore announced via her Instagram account, evacuated and safe with kids, dog, and cats. The This Is Us star, who shares 3 young children with husband Taylor Goldsmith, said she's praying and grateful for the first responders. But she's not only grateful, she's also clapping back at the haters. Now, y'all will find this hilarious. So after her relatives lost their home in the fire, the actress shared her in-laws' situation on social media, along with a fundraiser to get them back on their feet. Instead of offering help, critics began to question whether or not she was providing them financial support herself. Mandy got upset and clapped back at her critics. She posted on Instagram, and people questioning whether we're helping out our own family or attributing some arbitrary amount of money Google says someone has is not helpful or empathetic. We just lost most of our life in a fire too. Kindly F off. Paris Hilton beachfront property was destroyed when the Palisades fire made its way to Malibu. It was a terrible devastation for her. The hotel heiress took to Instagram to spill the beans and said she was heartbroken beyond words to see her vacation home burned to the ground on live TV. Now, here's a jaw-dropping part of this disaster. Hilton and her husband, Carter Room, reportedly purchased the beautiful Malibu home for a whopping sum of $8.4 million. But people might also not feel all that much heartbreak or sympathy for Paris, who, by the way, is worth a staggering $300 million. And her husband is worth an estimated $30 to $40 million. So, yeah, she could probably buy another 10 mansions and not even feel the pinch. But there's another twist to this. Hilton's trailer burned down on the set of her music video just last summer, barely 5 months ago. Could that have been a premonition of the devastation she was to suffer in these fires? Now, actor James Woods, a 2-time Oscar nominee and 3-time Emmy winner, reveals how he fled his house in Pacific Palisades as flames burned down like an inferno. Traumatized, James broke down in tears while talking about the wildfire that he thought had made him homeless.
Just, one day you're swimming in the pool and the next day it's all gone, but
He also added that his wife's 8-year-old niece offered to help restore the Palisades home he watched burn to ashes.
She came out with her little Yeti piggy bank for us to rebuild our house.
But here's the shocker. Not everyone feels for his loss or sympathizes with him. As a matter of fact, many people see him as a heartless monster over his highly controversial comments on the Israel-Gaza conflict. One user on Instagram wrote, "Now, James Woods, do you know how it feels when we watched, and we still do, our homes in Gaza destroyed? When our loved ones got, and they still do, buried under the rubble of their homes? When we were, and we still are, run after burnt in tents?" However, 3 days after the wildfire started, James had revealed his house survived the Los Angeles fire. And there's Leighton Meester and Adam Brody, married actors who reportedly brought their Palisades home for $6.5 million back in 2019. Leighton, who played Blair Waldorf in Gossip Girl, and Adam, who played Seth Cohen on The OC, were first linked back in 2011. Now married, the couple have co-starred in a few films like Life Partners. Based on the photos obtained by Page 6, the couple's 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom house was also razed down by the flames. A shot showed fire bursting through the garage door with the roof completely burned off. And Spencer was seen posing a few yards away from their burning home. Spencer is an American reality television personality. He began dating Heidi Montag, a primary cast member of the reality television series The Hills in 2007. Obviously traumatized by the incident, Spencer shared a heartfelt post on Instagram about the one positive sign of the fire. His son's bed burned in the shape of a heart. But that's not all. Spencer added that the burning heart shape was a sign that love was in the house, and that they would definitely miss all their memories in the house. Interestingly, the news of Spencer and Heidi's home razed to the ground by the fire was met with some compassion. I mean, people on the internet shared how ready they are to support them while sending them love. John Goodman, most famous for his role on the TV series Roseanne, and a recipient of the Golden Globes Award among others, saw his house reduced to ashes by the California wildfire. Not a single room was left standing in John's home, as seen in the horrific photo obtained by Page 6. The image also shows the blackened swimming pool that remained in the backyard after the fire. Eugene Levy, an award-winning Canadian actor, writer, and producer, who has appeared in more than 60 motion pictures to date, including films like Mighty Wind and American Pie. Levy is also known as the honorary mayor of the celebrity-studded Los Angeles neighborhood. The actor spilled the beans during an interview with the Los Angeles Times that he got trapped in traffic due to the other residents attempting to leave his Pacific Palisades neighborhood. In his own words, the actor said, "The smoke looked pretty black and intense over Temescal Canyon. I couldn't see any flames, but the smoke was very dark." A photo obtained by Page 6 showed what remained after Levy's property succumbed to the fire. Even his son, who was already heartbroken, took to Instagram and posted on his story saying, "Heartbroken for my family, my friends, and the people of LA affected by the catastrophic fire." Now, Ben Affleck was forced to leave his home and seek safer shelter further away from the blazing neighborhood. And according to TMZ, the Argo director fled to ex-wife Jennifer Garner's home, who lives nearby, because though separated, they're still friendly with each other. On the other hand, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson's son, Chet Hanks, currently residing in Nashville, shared a story on Instagram as the wildfire continued to spread. He wrote, "The neighborhood I grew up in is burning to the ground right now. Pray for the Palisades." Well, Hanks and Wilson, who have owned many homes in the Pacific Palisades over the years, had to evacuate the neighborhood, but their home was safe from the fire. Sadly, the disaster has reportedly claimed about 10 lives, while many others have fled for safety. Also, county bulldozers were pushing roughly 30 ditched vehicles out of the way on Palisades Drive and Sunset Boulevard to clear a path for fire crews and further evacuation. Other celebrities whose houses were burned to the ground include Miles Teller, Anna Faris, Anthony Hopkins, Billy Crystal, Cameron Matheson, Kobe Smulders, Diane Warren, Carrie Elves, Fergie, Alabama Barker and Landon Barker, Ricky Lake, Sandra Lee, and Mark Hamill. But wait, did you all notice the Golden Globe Awards event hosted in Los Angeles on Sunday? In case you all missed it, listen to this.
And the acceptance speeches have been on fire. Who got shouted out the most? Let's look at the numbers. All right, cast and crew are leading the way with 11 mentions. Moms are holding strong with 3 shout-outs. God, creator of the universe, 0 mentions. And Mario Lopez, host of Access Hollywood, 1.
2 days later, it wasn't just the acceptance speeches that were on fire, but Los Angeles and particularly homes around Hollywood Hills. Anyway, the once beautiful and scenic neighborhood has become all dust and ashes from the fire. A bushfire started the blaze in Pacific Palisades. The LA City Fire Chief, Kristen Crowley, calls the fire one of the most destructive natural disasters in the history of Los Angeles. But I'd like to hear your thoughts about the fire that has burned down Hollywood Hills. Do you think celebrities should not be helped financially because they're already wealthy? Also, what about people who are not celebrities but still had their houses razed by the fire? How are they gonna bounce back? Y'all don't forget to follow this channel for more videos like this one.